Today is moving day. We have been in Arizona boondocking since January the 10th. Today is the 31st and it's time to head out. So we're doing some of our chores to get ready to hit the road. We've done really good boondocking this time. Like I said, since the 10th, it's been boondocking the whole time. We did dump when we left the Escapees Bash and came to our current site and quartzite, but that is the only time we had a dump and we did not run out of water. So that being said, our boondocking is getting so much better. So if you plan on coming to Arizona anytime in the winter, I highly recommend you checking out the Escapees Bash. It is an annual bash they do in January. It was so much fun. It was held this year in Lake Havasu, Arizona. One of my favorite things we did while we were there is we went out to the desert bar.
Leaving this place, the sun's about to break. You're riding shotgun. Feeling we chase, I'm wide awake. Take me away now. 'Cause I won't go down the same old path again now. No, I've been running out of air, so let me catch my breath. The feeling I've got's making me crazy. If I'm having a good time, don't you blame me. Yeah, this feeling.
Well, we managed to check off something else on our bucket list.
The desert bar.
Oh my gosh, it's so much fun.
Yeah, it was a nice ride out here, a little off-road action in somebody else's Jeep. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, that's the best way to do it, right?
When we made it to the desert bar, it met all of our expectations from what we saw on YouTube. The place was phenomenal. One catch, you need cash. Don't bring a credit card and expect to eat and drink. You need to have a pocket full of cash.
That's because they can't get Wi-Fi out there. They're literally out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, the food was a little pricey, but it was good. It was well worth it. And the beers were $3, so that was a win.
Yep.
I would say.
And it's open seasonally, so when it's 120 degrees out there in the desert, they won't be open. So not that you're going to want to sit outside and have a beer when it's that hot.
No, but it's if you're in that area, I believe it's a must-do. It's about a 5-mile off-road drive if you take the easy dirt road. If you take the harder dirt road,
like four-wheeling.
Yeah, you need a serious four-wheel drive vehicle. We tried it. Well, we drove to it and we saw the steep hill. And we were in another Jeep, and there was no way that we were going to go through there with what we had.
Yeah, we saw one Rubicon almost not make it, so
yeah and then,
we were out. We left Lake Havasu and the Bash, we went over to a quartzite to hang out there to get ready for their RV show, the big tent show, which we were pretty excited to go check out. There were actually 7 rigs that came out with us, well, a total of 7 counting us, and we all hung out together in quartzite for some free BLM land and some amazing sunsets and sunrises. All right, so let's talk about how free it is to be on BLM land. So there are some costs that people don't usually talk about. They always talk about free BLM, and it is free to stay there, but let's talk about what it really cost us over the past month to stay on BLM or to boondock. So we averaged out about $7 a day for our generator because of course we don't have solar. We also averaged about $2.50 a day for propane, and that includes the heater because it was freezing there. So we dumped once. We had to pay for that. That was $10.
Well, we dumped twice, only paid once.
Yeah. Okay. And then also I had to do laundry. So laundry I did laundry twice and I spent $17 on laundry. So even though we stayed on free BLM land, just know there are costs that you will incur. And, the larger your rig, the more propane you may use or the more you may use your generator. So just kind of keep that in the back of your mind. So
but we're learning it, and it worked out. I mean,
it's still pretty cheap.
Yeah, in our mind it was free, but our account says otherwise.
It wasn't free.
No, it wasn't free.
All right, now let's talk about the RV tent show. Thumbs up, thumbs down.
Down.
Yeah, I was a little disappointed.
Yeah, I was energized to go and see it. And when we got there, it was like, wah, wah, wah.
The main problem is because the tent show is huge. There are a ton of vendors there, but maybe a fourth of the vendors are actually RV related.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of just stuff, jewelry and purses and gadgets for the kitchen that we got rid of all that stuff when we moved into the RV. So,
however, fanny packs are making a comeback. We saw them all over the tent. So if you want a fanny pack, go to the Courtside Tent Show.
Now, there was a ton of RVs to tour. So if you were looking for an RV, you would probably have a different perspective than we did because we weren't in the market for a new RV. But there were a ton of rigs of all different shapes and sizes. I don't know that I'll be back next year.
Yeah, the ice cream was good. There was some good ice cream around town, but that was about it.
We are headed out. We're actually going with some friends of ours, Al and Angie, and we're going to hit up a couple of harvest hosts.
It's Angie and Al with Life Beyond the Burbs, and we are traveling with You, Me, and the RV. Look how they're sitting over there. This is how we travel.
All right, we made it to our first harvest host, and it's really tight. So we're here with our friends, and they have a 40-foot rig. So we're trying to figure out how we're going to maneuver and get into this parking area. We really don't want to have to unhook our car, but it's probably going to happen. All right, Angie, you think it's going to happen?
It is going to happen because there's barbecue and wine.
So the question is, will it happen with or without the cars attached?
With.
All
What do you
right.
think?
I don't know. It's a little sketchy.
Yeah.
We're going to go back to the original parking spot where we were at and park along the fence line. So now we got to figure out how to turn around here and go back there.
So we're not going to make it.
We're not going to make it here.
We're evaluating plan B now. We still have to turn around to get out of here to go park in the other parking lot. The question is, do we have to unhook the car? All right, so we're both taking the cars off.
We'll back it up in here and come out this way.
All right, so it's our first time having to take it off and turn around.
I jinxed us. I said the other day that we haven't been in a situation where we had to unhook to turn around.
So it's your fault.
Today's the day.
And on the other side, Al and Angie with their 40-foot RV, backing it up over here. But come on back. What was that? Stop. No, go ahead. It's just a drag. It's just the drag thing. Come on back. Straighten it out and come straight back.
Somebody call Uber. You guys want to sit forward? Doesn't matter. All right. We can swap seats. Okay. Out and in. Sure. Steady. Steady. Sitting right here.
You guys is all in.
Come on, babe. Babe.
Boy, he's ready to rock
Get up here. Quickly. Jump.
Jump. Hold on.
Shaniqua.
Yeah, aren't you go get married here?
I wouldn't bring her down here by the water. She might drown me. Oh, for that. You can mount it on your hat.
They do. Clip that I had, the first one,
If you are in this area and you are looking for a wedding venue, oh my God, this is so amazing. They have set up so many very cool picturesque spots. Of course, not to mention the old cool cars they have that you could include in your wedding pictures or pull up in for the wedding. This Harvest Host, it's going to be really hard to beat. So as we travel through and hit other ones, we'll see how they compare. But this is phenomenal. So we've stayed at Harvest Host before, but this is our first winery, and this one's going to be really tough to beat.
Yeah, we're located in Florence, Arizona at the Windmill Winery, and it is pretty awesome.
Yeah, pretty phenomenal.
This is what we kind of were hoping and looking for when we stopped at our first winery under the Harvest Host umbrellas. And I might add, there's a wedding going on right now.
Yeah.
So if you hear some loud cheering and screaming, I don't know if that's good or bad, but there's a wedding going on over there.
Yeah. If you're in the area, this has a lot of things to do other than just wine tasting. And just so you know, the bar is stocked with beer. So if one of you guys love wine and one of you don't, well, there's something for everyone here.
That's us. I'm the beer, she's the wine.
We are leaving our first Harvest Host stop, and we decided to take a detour. Instead of going straight to the next Harvest Host, we're going to surprise a couple of our friends who are staying on BLM land, and we're going to hang out with them for Super Bowl Sunday.
We're crashing the party.
Yes, we
You,
are.
me, and the RV style.
So we made it to our boondocking spot here in Arizona. And where are we again?
We're just, I guess, inside Sonoita. It's in the Los Cienegos State Park, I think.
We met up with all of our peeps, all of our friends we've been hanging out with really off and on since September was the first time we started meeting everyone.
Yep.
So we had a great time last night for Super Bowl. We all jumped into one of the rigs. We all watched the game together. It was awesome.
Yeah, out here in the middle of nowhere, and we were able to pick up the game no problem.
Yep, that was really cool. And technically we were supposed to leave yesterday. No, we're supposed to leave this morning.
Today.
But we're having so much fun. We stayed an extra day, which is great. This lifestyle, if you want to stay, you stay. If you want to go, you go. Whatever works for you.
Yeah, and this was well worth staying an extra day for sure.
Yeah. We made it to our next Harvest Host. We are at St. Clair's Winery in Deming, New Mexico. We got here yesterday at about 2 o'clock, and we hung out in the winery for quite a while, for a few hours, hung out with our friends and some people we met along the way, and we had a great time. The wine was delicious. The staff was really nice. So I definitely recommend this Harvest Host. And then again, if you haven't joined Harvest Host yet, why not? There are so many cool places you could check out with Harvest Host. We survived boondocking.
We made it.
A whole 30 days of boondocking, and we weren't the first ones to dump. We didn't run out of water. I think we did a great job.
Yeah, we're finally figuring out, what it takes to conserve water, how to use the water hacks that we've been taught along the way, and how to regulate our tanks
And our electricity, how to manage that a little bit better, turn off things we don't need. And, of course, we had some great teachers, some people who'd been boondocking a while, always on Liberty, and then they have a ton of experience. And then Life Beyond the Burbs, they've been doing it, a bit more than we have since we got started.
Yeah, pretty much the whole time,
Yeah, so it was awesome to do it with other people who really gave us some tips along the way.
Yeah, but I can tell you, taking a long hot shower after boondocking for 30 days felt great.
Yes, I stayed in there to the last possible moment. But that being said, I will seek out boondocking opportunities to stay there before we hit an RV park because I love that.
Yeah, and the whole fear of can we do it? Will we run out? Will we have to move every 3 days to go dump? Not even a question.
Right. And we were pretty nervous when we first got started. Even staying at Harvest Host made me a bit nervous because I always thought, well, how am I going to survive without utilities? But I'm telling you, Harvest Host, it was awesome. We've loved all the ones we've stayed at so far.
Yeah, and the one there in Florence, Arizona, the Windmill Winery, you got to go there. If you're
pretty
passing through
awesome.
there, I mean, for our first winery, that was truly, truly an amazing place to go.
And if you join Harvest Host, remember you can stay on property overnight. So, and some will even let you stay 2 nights.
Yeah.
And we did stay 2 nights at that winery, and all the other places we've stayed has been 1 night. But it was pretty awesome.
It was a great time.
All right, so we're making our way slowly toward Austin to get ready for our meetup. Hopefully we are going to see you there. So be sure and check out more videos and our Instagram and Facebook for specific details.
Yeah, we're really looking forward to that, and hopefully the weather's a little bit warmer.
Yes, we're freezing.
Yeah,
all right, changing lanes?
Yeah, we're coming for you.
We're coming. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Make sure you hit that subscribe button.
Give us a thumbs up and hit the notification bell.
And we will see you on the road.
You have your GPS set? Are you tracking anything? The road? Something? You probably should.
Well, if they don't make it, then we'll stop.
I would like to know before they don't make it. Yeah, okay, you guys find the low tunnel, bridges and tunnels. We're good.
So after we...
Out in my ear.
After we left... Yeah, again. All right, ready?
I'm standing on a pile, so I'm much higher than you.
You're much higher than me anyway. You want to switch?
Normally, okay. Let's see.
Ooh, that made me so much taller.
Ooh.
Okay. Actually, this song is really loud. I don't
Go.
know if I hit record.
I thought you did.
I don't recall.
Yeah, we're 30 seconds into nothing.
I said I gotta check in here.
I love the corset on this.
I know.
It's nice.
All right, so we're getting ready to take the tour, and of course, all tourists need a drink, right? So we're waiting. We are raiding the beer cooler now.
I think you should get the tripod.
Now we're just gonna do a quickie.